Hello, everybody. Welcome to Political Excess. Today, let's take a look at three states that are having their runoffs this Tuesday, June 21st. They are Alabama, Arkansas, and Georgia. They previously had their primaries on May 24th, so I'll try to cover all of the notable runoffs. I should mention that Arkansas, they don't have any runoffs of note in the House or statewide, so there's nothing to cover for Arkansas. So let's get into it here. First up, in Alabama, for the U.S. Senate, this is a big one. There's a runoff for the Republicans between Mo Brooks and Katie Britt. Britt has been endorsed by Donald Trump. If we look at the runoff polling, Katie Britt does have a consistent and decent lead. She's polling over 50% in most of these polls. And if we take a look at the markets, Katie Britt is actually at a 99% margin. So it looks like Katie Britt is going to end up winning that race. If we move on to the U.S. House for Alabama, there is one runoff. That is in the 5th District, which covers Huntsville in the northern part of the state. The Republicans have a runoff there between Dale Strong and Casey Wardynski. The one poll here does show Dale Strong with a 15-point lead. A lot of undecideds, but taking a look at the market, Dale Strong is over 90%, so it does appear he's going to win that, barring some sort of major upset. Let's go back to the statewide races for Alabama, and for governor on the Democratic side, there is a runoff between Yolanda Rochelle Flowers and Malika Sanders Fortier. I don't think that is all that significant, as in the fall, that should be a safe Republican hold. And finally, for Secretary of State on the Republican side, there's a runoff between Wes Allen and Jim Ziegler. The couple of polls there show Ziegler with a bit of an edge. So let's move on to Georgia and check out the U.S. House. There's a few races here, but I don't think they'll be that close in November. So the primaries are less important, such as the 1st District. The Democrats do have a runoff there. I just don't think they really have a chance to pick that seat up in November. In the 2nd District, that's the southwest part of the state, there's a runoff for the Republicans between Jeremy Hunt and Chris West. There's no polling on here, but if we go to the market, Jeremy Hunt does have a pretty substantial lead. I would say the Democrats are favored to hold this seat, even in this environment, but there's a chance there could be an upset where the Republicans do flip this seat. In the 6th District, that's the Atlanta suburbs, there's a runoff for the Republicans there between Rich McCormick and Jake Evans. Again, if we take a look at the market, Rich McCormick is the overwhelming favorite to win this race. And since this district was drawn more GOP friendly in redistricting, this is a very likely pickup for the Republicans. In the 7th District, the Republicans have a runoff there between Michael Corbin and Mark Gonsalves. However, this one should be highly favorable for the Democrats in November. In the 10th District, there is a runoff there. Republicans have Mike Collins against Vernon Jones. Trump did endorse Vernon Jones, the former Democrat, in the primary. But if we take a look at the market, Mike Collins is again an overwhelming favorite to win. The Democrats in that 10th District, they have a runoff also, but in November, this should be a safe Republican hold. In the statewide races, Democrats have a runoff for lieutenant governor between Kwanzaa Hall, the former U.S. representative who very briefly served in the House, and Charlie Bailey. If we look at predicted, Kwanzaa Hall is a better than 2-to-1 favorite to secure that nomination. And finally, for Secretary of State, for the Democrats, they have a runoff there between D. Dawkins Heigler and B. Wynn. There is no polling and no market for this race. Both of them are either a current or former state representative. In the primary, B. Wynn got the most votes, more than double D. Dawkins Heigler, so I would favor her to win, but in this kind of a race, it's a little bit up in the air. So that is a recap of the upcoming runoffs for Alabama and Georgia. Arkansas, there's nothing of note to mention there. Some of these races will be fun to watch, especially in the fall. Let me know which ones you're most interested in. If you enjoy this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.